keep your eyes sharp.
Aye? Don't get eaten.
Stop this at once. I take no pleasure in harming one of my own. But if you persist, I will do with her what I must.
Greetings. Go.
Welcome. Farewell.
I'm carrying enough already.
What have you learned?
Here to help. Bye-bye.
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Vaal has finally come for me.
Such arrogance.
Simple. This ends now.
I've had enough of this.
You will burn. You are.
I've had enough of this.
Unleashed. I can't give up. I must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed. How
The
foolish.
genius of the Vaal. I'm not impressed.
The end of the world is nigh. Burn to ash, demon of Vaal. I've been preparing for you for years.
Inconceivable. You will pay for this.
I've had enough of you. Aziri will soon begin her ascension. Out of my way or die. How foolish. I've been preparing for you for years. Full power. The end of the world is nigh. You think you can run? Ugh. Unexpected. But not critical. How foolish. Let me show you what true intellect looks like. Nothing will stand in my way! You leave me no choice. This is not over yet. You think you can run? The end of the world is nigh. Existence is merely energy. One death is nothing for the greater good. The destruction at Exile will be repaid 1,000-fold. Self-destruction! Now, you are within my grasp. Let's see you survive this. I cannot allow you to interfere. I will crush you. Ravaging power! Aziri will soon begin her ascension. Out of my way or die! You didn't stand a chance. So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Exile has finally come for me. Ignition! This ends.
I've had enough of this.
Flame!
No mana!
Pathetic. This ends now. Survival requires brutal choices. Progress comes with a heavy price. The end. A minor setback. Inferno. Observe. Give in. I bear the burden for our future. Sacrifice is the only path to survival. This ends now. I can't give up. I must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed.
The genius of the Vaal.
I've been preparing
I'm
for
not
you
impressed.
for years. There is no escape. I cannot allow you to interfere.
Unexpected. But non-critical.
The destruction at Atsuater will be repaid 1,000-fold. Existence is merely energy. I will crush you. There is no escape. I've had enough of you.
What? How? Get up! Get up!
Let me show you what true intellect looks like. You were warned. So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Atzoatl has finally come for me. Ignition. This ends now. Nothing can...
A minor setback.
Let's see how you handle this. Survival requires brutal
Out of mana.
choices.
I've had enough of this.
Sacrifice is the only path to survival. The ends justify the means. Flame. Sheer power. I can't give up. I must.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed.
The genius of the
There is
Vaal.
no escape.
I'm not impressed.
The destruction at Atsuater will be repaid 1,000-fold. The end of the world is nigh. One death is nothing for the greater good.
What? How? Get up! Get up!
Existence is merely energy. Full power. Burn to ash, demon of Atzoatl.
Inconceivable. You will pay for this!
You think you can run? I plan for every contingency. Self-destruction! This is not over yet. One death is nothing for the greater good. Let me show you what true intellect looks like. How foolish. The destruction of Exile will be repaid 1,000-fold.
Fatal ambition!
I cannot let my efforts be in vain. You think you can run? I will burn you alive! You think you can stand in my way? Let's see you survive this! The destruction at Exile will be repaid 1,000-fold.
Inconceivable! You will pay for this!
Reverse the polarity! One death is nothing for the greater good. I cannot let my efforts be in vain. You think you can run? The destruction at Exile will be repaid 1,000-fold. Nothing will stand in my way! Let me show you what true intellect looks like. You were warned. So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Exile has finally come for me. This ends now. Nothing can stand
mana.
against us.
Out of mana.
Simple.
Need mana.
Give in. Behold. Progress comes. So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Exile has finally come for me. Survival requires brutal choices. Ignition.
power of the Vaal. Sacrifice is the only path to survival. Behold. Observe. Catalyzed fusion. Pathetic. You are blind to the greater good. The ends justify the means. Inferno. I've had enough of this. This ends now. Let's see how you handle this. Sacrifice is the only path to survival. The power of the Vaal. 5 moves ahead. I can't give up. I must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be stopped!
No, I will succeed.
The genius of the
How
Vaal.
foolish.
I'm not impressed.
I cannot let my efforts be in vain. I've been preparing for you for years.
Inconceivable. You will pay for this!
Face the might of Vaal. Let's see you survive this. One death is nothing for the greater good. I cannot let my efforts be in vain. Full power. The destruction of Exile will be repaid 1,000-fold.
Unexpected.
But not critical. Existence is merely energy. There is no escape. Reverse the polarity. I will crush you. You think you can run?
Out of mana.
What? How? Get up! Get up! Nothing will stand in my way! Fatal ambition! This is not over yet.
to ash, demon of Atzoatl! How foolish! You think you can stand in my way? Fatal ambition! This is not over yet. You think you can run? Do you truly think you can match me? One death is nothing for the greater good. I've been preparing for you for years. What? How? Get up! Get up! No! Do not fail me. Not now! How could this happen? All I've done. All that I sacrificed.
Your people cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
The legacy of the Vaal must be protected. I do know of a way to contain the beast.
Best you start talking then. My friend here isn't exactly the peacemaking type.
If only I had more time. There is an ancient weapon. A weapon that was used against corruption from a civilization lost to the ages. I have one piece of it. 3 others were scattered. I've been searching for them, but the Karui have interfered at every turn.
So will you help us?
I suppose I must. It is too late for us here. This era is over. I pleaded with Aziri for her patience, but she would not abide me. She will attempt her communion with the beast, and utter devastation will ravage our people. But the fact that you are here, a living descendant of our people, it gives me some hope for our future. I will come to your era. Perhaps there is still time.
It's settled then. Let's hurry back to the time portal.
If
Now
you
then,
betray
it is time
me,
we departed.
I will scorch
Activate the
your
portal.
flesh to
We
the
will
bone.
see about it.
What is happening?
It begins.
What do we do? Help me get her through the gate!
Greetings.
Exile. My people. They're all long dead. It's one thing to hear it, but another to see it. This city is nothing but a grave. I can't change their fate. But the Vaal are not entirely gone. Alva and her Vaal ancestry is proof of that. I will do what I must to protect what remains, and perhaps one day we can rebuild. For that to happen, we need the weapon. We must travel to the archipelago the Karui called Namakanui. If the pieces still exist, that is where they will be found. I gathered the greatest minds of our era in one place. We embarked on journeys of discovery that mankind could never before conceive. No ethical bounds, no moral limits. We sought immortality, both in flesh and in machinery. We sought understanding of corruption. We even sought to master time itself. In the end, it was all for naught. Study of the beast was my life's work, and the work of many Vaal scientists before me. Despite its danger, I still consider it a thing of beauty, a work of genius. It is capable of changing something fundamental about the nature of our existence. The beast showed us it can be done. Our experiments with life, with death, with machinery, and augmentation, they were all inspired by it. We can surpass the impossible, if only we are willing to sacrifice enough. Indeed.
Oh, good. You're alive. Well, that was quite the adventure, wasn't it?
Have you learned the location of the weapon?
Doriani has informed me the weapon is in pieces. He safeguards one piece, but the others are scattered around the Karui archipelago.
Namakanui. Interesting. We must make haste.
Well then, how about I take you and your merry friends to King's March? The port town is within the area of Namakanui. From there, you can charter a ship from my contact and begin your search. We've quite a haul of treasure we've borrowed from Exile. It will more than cover the charter cost.
King's March would indeed be a wise location from which to base ourselves.
Great. We can leave whenever you're ready. Just let me know. Well, he wasn't the worst captor I've ever had. And I suppose he did save us back there. At least it appears he is on your side for now. But you shouldn't forget who he is and all he has done. There is something eerily cold and calculating about him.
Yes, I know what you mean. His reputation precedes him, but this skinny Vaal man does not frighten me.
I believe he will aid you so long as your goals align with his. The moment they do not... I'm just saying, don't turn your back on him. I briefly saw the sky and the people. They were... Well, let's just say I now understand why Vaal ruins look the way they do.
I can't imagine what you saw, and I am sorry you had to see it.
It was unreal, unlike anything I could have imagined. But it all happened so fast. Perhaps that was a blessing. Bye.
Returning with Doriani was an inspired move. As the foremost expert on the beast that ever lived, he is exactly the man we need. I doubt we can trust him in a broader sense, but for the moment, our goals are aligned. He wishes to contain the beast, and so do we. If he thinks we should travel south to Namakanui, then so we shall. This weapon of the precursors, it may just be our best hope. Time is short.
Go on.
I can't pretend to guess the consequences of what you've done here. I'm not one to give lectures. If you think it's the best course of action, I can only hope that you are right. I promise you this. If I end up dead because of this Doriani fellow, I'm gonna haunt you for the rest of time. Watch your step.
You bring someone we only talk about in our darkest tale. That man is not just a myth. Him a monster from the shadows of the past. His arrogance helped crack the world. And now you bring him here, to us, and expect him to help you? you would doom us all.
Hey. It's a long journey, but relatively safe once we're clear of the jungle. The Kalgurans keep the road pretty secure. Shall we?
Doriani has one piece of an ancient weapon that can control corruption. The other three pieces lie somewhere in the countless islands of the Karui archipelago. But their current leader is distrustful of outsiders. He would never give us passage. Our only path forward lies through Kingsmarch. Perhaps there we shall find a ship and crew brave enough to take us where we need to go.
How long was I sleeping? Never mind. I should find Alva.
This is it? This is Kingsmarch? Science and civilization must have never recovered.
Your time was different, yes. But don't discount the Kalgurans just yet. They have potential.
We shall see.
Where did Alva go?
She has gone ahead to meet her local contacts.
We will need a vessel to navigate the archipelago. We must begin our search to locate the pieces of the weapon.
Please, try to put aside your differences in my absence. Where should we be looking for the pieces?
We know the pieces of the weapon radiate intense, latent corruption. The more dangerous an island is, the more likely it is to contain a piece of it.
It is crucial that we find a captain with in-depth knowledge of the local area. Then we will stand a better chance of finding what we seek. Greetings. Doriani sees the world through a different lens. You must remember that he is of a bygone era.
I can hear you, you know.
Indeed.
And of what era are you, exactly?
Older still. I have seen many civilizations rise and fall.
Must I listen to squabble?
It is a strange feeling meeting someone so gifted in sciences I unintentionally brought to the world. All of Vaal technology and advancements derived from my ultimate mistake.
You call the beast a mistake? On this I do not agree. The gods were nothing but monstrous tyrants. The power of corruption allowed humanity to seize back control of their destiny.
And what did you do with that control? In your experiments I saw death, dismemberment, a living nightmare.
A means to an end. They were all willing sacrifices.
That is somehow even more frightening. The zealotry, the fervor. I've seen it all too often. A kind of madness, seemingly fundamental to mankind.
Perhaps, but it was their choice to make. They gave themselves in the hopes of saving our people. My only regret is that I failed.
Oh, to bear but one regret.
Regrets are what shape us. Learnings observed about ourselves. No one is perfect.
Do whatever it takes.
Kingsmarch. It's been months since I had a bath.
Is this the friend you mentioned?
There you are. This is my contact, Rog, a trader with a keen eye for valuable artifacts. Rog, my friends are after a ship, and it just so happens we have a cartload of Vaal treasure to cover the charter.
I need a guide. Someone capable of taking me to your most dangerous islands.
Kalguran merchant vessels don't intentionally seek out danger. However, there is one captain who may be up to the task. Name's Makoru. I'll set up an account for you, but for now, here's your charter. Take it to her. I've no doubt she'll accept.
I suppose it's time we said farewell for now. I'm off to study a tome on blood magic I found back in Exile. How exciting! Do be careful out there.
Come visit my shop sometime.
The name's Tujin. I'm the harbour master around here. Welcome to our fair little town. You have a vessel charter, I see?
Greetings, Master Tujen. Indeed, I have a charter. I seek Makoru.
Just out on the pier. It's the only ship on the dock right now. Before you go, perhaps I can ask a favour. See, King's March trade has seen better days. Ships go out, and they don't come back. And that kind of shite is bad for business.
Oh dear, I feel seasick already.
A local island we call Journey's End is spewing out blasted fog all over the sea, as thick as mud. The Karui know all about it, but won't seem to touch it. Something has to be done.
That fog'll swallow ship and soul alike. How do we get there?
Makoru can do it. She's Karui and grew up on these waters. If anyone can get you there, it's her, no doubt.
I will.
Hail. I'm not a tour guide. This here's the harbour. Got an harbour concern? That's me. For all other concerns, best ask someone else.
Well, is this truly how you greet visitors, Master Tujen?
Don't take it personal. We got a lot of people coming and going here. I lost count of all the ones that rubbed me the wrong way. Who knows? Maybe you'll surprise me. I used to believe a whole load of bollocks about honour and tradition. We do this not for ourselves, but for our children. The words were hollow, but the intent was good. It really is all about making a better world for those that will follow us.
So, you are here to build a new future for your people. Admirable.
Yeah, something like that.
I feel you are leaving out some important details.
Quite worldly, aren't you? The situation back in Kalgur made the prospect of Rayclast a little more appealing than it otherwise would have been.
Not that I know of your home, but it must have been dire for you to become an immigrant on Rayclast. What happened in Kalgur?
Oh, you know, the usual things that make good folk run to the ends of the world. Water under the bridge now. No sense poking a hornet's nest. The big man's resolved to leave us alone, so long as we keep sending back Vaal artifacts. Or whatever else his heart desires. Anytime.
Yes?
You learned much from this Faustus fellow before he passed away.
I did. He was a complicated man, to say the least. Died of natural causes, they say, but I'm not so sure. He left Kingsmarch around a decade ago. No one was entirely sure where he went. But when he got back, gosh, he really had changed. He'd both softened and hardened. You never quite knew which you'd get. But I could tell it was caused by fear.
Age can change us all. Why didn't you ask him about this?
I asked him once. It took all my courage to do so. What happened to you, Faustus? Where did you go? I asked. He looked me dead in the eye. I still remember the look he had on his face. He was looking at me, but also through me, like he was somewhere else, reliving something. He said nothing, got up and left. They found his body later that night on the dock. Under his coat, he was clutching a small Vaal artifact. I heard he held it so tightly, his hands were bloody. All very strange. He helped me with my self-confidence. Well, at least he tried to. He got me blind drunk singing songs with the local crews here in the tavern.
Master Tujen must pace himself with his drinking.
Yes, it is a bit of a worry. Since then, for some reason, people have been more friendly towards me. Aren't people awfully strange? Good.
Ah, a sorceress in Kingsmarch. What a strange sight. I've heard tales of your kind. My name is Danig. I am the humble leader of this fair port, and its smith.
Oh, I am pleased to meet you, Lord Danig. You are so tall. I must know, what kind of smithing is that? It's like none I've ever seen.
Observant. Yes, I'm a bit more than a blacksmith. I'm also skilled in runecraft.
Runecraft. Oh, it sounds like such beautiful sorcery. Do tell me its tale.
Oh, it's not sorcery. It's science, taught to me by priests in my younger days. But enough about me. You're as far from home as we are, more or less. We should exchange tales over an ale sometime soon. This little jewel on the sea might have been granted an official charter by the king, but it's those of us here on Rayclast that have built it into the trading hub it is today.
It has a charm, I suppose, though it does make me homesick for the Vastiri. Still, it is impressive what you have built.
To be fair, we did have local help. The king commissioned this port for trade after we'd been operating it as an outpost for many years. We ourselves would like to investigate the remnants of our own culture, but he is very interested in Vaal artifacts.
How strange. Why is he wasting his time with the remnants of a dead empire? Seems all kings obsess over ridiculous things.
Your guess is as good as mine. King's March is actually our second attempt at settling on Rayclast. Our first expedition, thousands of years back, was mysteriously lost.
To lose the telling of a tale is one of the heart's worst burdens.
That's why we came here 20 years ago, to find out. We also sought the artifact of power our forebears brought with them to Rayclast. It has become my life's work, the search for the Triskelion flame. The most powerful artifact in our known tales was brought to this continent by the first expedition thousands of years ago. The songs tell of it incinerating evil, purifying tainted fields, and warding off those of ill intent.
I can incinerate evil myself, but purification, Rayclast could use that.
My thoughts exactly. I still intend to get out there, I just get bogged down by the work of running King's March.
The burden of leadership usually falls on the unwilling. It is a sign of your virtue. I admire you for this.
One day there will be a glorious return. One day we Grand Four will finish our quest, and perhaps do a little saving of this fair Rayclast. Yes, one day. Soon. The runes on our armor essentially capture and shape starlight. It sounds poetic, but don't be fooled. The smiths of the Kalgur turned these runes toward killing work long ago, as soon as we discovered we could compel arrows to find their mark, and blades to bite deeper.
I hang on these words. Remarkable. And you, Lord Danig, can do this? I am in awe. Tell me, can runes truly accomplish such things?
All that and more. The greatest smiths became known as artificers, and produced work of singular genius. I'm not quite there yet, but it's only a matter of time and determination. We've had 20 years on Rayclast, and those gems you use continue to perplex me. Clearly, they grant you mystical abilities, but they simply don't do anything in the hands of a Kalguran.
I know it's impolite to ask this of a strong man, but did you make sure you properly focused your will?
Believe me, I've tried. We have our own methods of mystical power, to be fair, but your gems remain an enigma. Somehow, I suspect the power is actually inside you, and these virtue gems are just the particular way you believe the world works. I'm no priest, though, so take my opinion for what it's worth. Farewell.
This is my shop, Rog's Rarities. Let's deal. Oh, King's March. It's what we Kalgurans call this little port town of ours, and also the region round it.
King's March? So you've got a king to worry about, I take it?
All this has been authorised by the king, and we certainly pay enough taxes that we can never forget that. But we're quite far from home. We're mostly left to our own devices. Oh, except for the king's hand. He spends a season here each year to make sure we're on the up and up. There is no greater concentration of loyal followers of the king than here in Kingsmarch. Know what I mean, friend?
This king of yours would do well to stay away, lest he end up skinned.
Oh, wow. That's rather direct. You and I should keep in touch. What is it you want to know about us?
We all have a tale. I want to know what makes you, you.
Well, most Kalgurans here on Rayclast are in various guilds. I'm in the Meridian Free Traders, the trade guild that owns the charter for Kingsmarch. You can't beat our logistics. Danik is in the Artificers Guild these days. Tujan's a freelance harbour master, but he stays close. You've got to keep the family together, you know. The wife's the only one still carrying on our grand quest. I sure do miss her, but she always comes back soon enough. On an unrelated note, the King's Hand is due to return to Kalgur any day now. Take care if you see him around. This shop is my pride and joy. I've been dreaming of running my own place since my younger days, even though that was impossible back home.
This sounds like a beautiful dream. Tell me more of this, Sir Rogue.
There are a limited number of merchant licenses, all owned by wealthy families. New licenses only come up every few years, but I could never afford one back in Kalgur. I've fallen on better times here in Rayclast, you might say. So here I am. I was never one for grand quests, always preferred sorting logistics from the back, but I'm glad I'm here. I'd never have had my children, or built all this. The wife says I'm the real hero, because I have a business and support my family. She might just be buttering me up, but I still take it to heart. The grand quest that brought me here? Oh no, that's a long story. I couldn't possibly. Oh, my Gwenna never did feel quite comfortable here. She spends much of her time off continuing our adventure. Doesn't have anything to do with the King's Hand being in town this year.
I understand you. I am not exactly welcome back home either. It is my bane to bear.
All right then, if you insist, I'll tell the tale. 2 decades ago, our glorious leader, Danik, led us on an expedition across stormy and dangerous oceans to look for an artifact called the Triskelion Flame. Our search took us to the forsaken continent of Rayclast, a land filled with horrible monsters and raving mad exiles.
Outside the Vastiri, maybe. You should visit our desert sometime. It is quite beautiful.
But we excavated many ancient sites, uncovering some of the lost history of our people's short residence here. Long ago, Kalgurans tried to settle on Rayclast, and, it did not go well. In the end, they did not survive, and they lost the Triskelion Flame. We've been looking for it for over 20 years now, and to be honest, we've gotten a bit sidetracked, but my wife refuses to give up on the dream. Fair enough. Do come again.
What have you learned?
What's your step, eh? Slip overboard and you're on your own. I'm Kanu, first mate of the Aurora May. If you're looking for a ship, best speak to the boss Makoru. And mind your manners while you're at it.
Good day, Kanu. You have such confidence. I hope you are a capable seafarer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the best.
The best?
The second best.
Ha! Well done.
My family wasn't always from these parts, you know? We came out here a few generations ago. I was always out exploring the waters and fishing, even as a young boy. That's just in my blood. My family's tribe, the Tasaleo tribe, they value being on the water above all. But the young ones were never allowed to go very far. I used to drive my parents nuts. I looked out across the water and oh boy, I wanted to keep going. But I never went too far. I couldn't leave my family behind. Where they are, that's my home.
Sometimes we do not value home until it is gone. I thought I didn't need my home, but in truth, it is difficult to be without it.
Well, hey, here I am. And I'm thankful the boss showed me that I can make a new life for myself. One that I choose. Be safe.
Welcome aboard. I'm Makoru, captain of the Aurora May.
Good day. I have received a charter, and am looking for a crew.
Look no further. The Aurora May and her crew are at your service. We can take you wherever you need. Places other captains would never dream of going. Your business is your business. Now, we can set sail whenever you like. Cast off! We've arrived.
How can I help?
Good day. I'm a freshly minted captain, but not new to these waters. I joined the trade guild as a deckhand after I ran away from home. I then worked my way up ever since. I finally took the captain's challenge not too long ago, and now I'm the first Karui captain on a Kalguran ship.
I admire you for your achievements, Makoru.
Thank you, but my story has only just begun. Now I've just got to get out there and make a name for myself. I've put a lot on the line to get to where I am. Who knows? Maybe we'll achieve great things together. They don't talk very much about their homeland, and well, I'm definitely not allowed to sail there.
You are not permitted because of your lineage.
Nah, it's nothing like that. It's just part of their culture. First, someone has to immortalize my family's triumphs into an epic poem. Then, it must be told at their royal court before their king. This sort of custom is not too different from Karui oral traditions, but it's a tricky situation for me. I am no longer part of my tribe, so I have no family to immortalize in song. Tujin suggested that we could be family, but he was drunk at the time. I don't know what to make of the Kalguran king. I've only heard whispers, rumors.
I know very little of this king. Tell me what you've heard.
Well, they say he's a bit obsessed with Vaal artifacts. But something tells me this is quite a concern for the Kalgurans. I've noticed certain types of Vaal devices seem to up and disappear before being loaded onto ships headed for Kalgur.
Treasonous actions. You should be careful with this information, Makoru.
If you mention this, they will deny it. Just like they did when I asked. And just like I will deny ever telling you this. My people's traditions have remained the same for thousands of years. Until my generation, that is. When I was just a young girl, Tukohama, the Karui god of war, was slain by a mortal. That turned my world upside down. Our own ancestor, killed by a mortal. I'm looking for my own way now. One that doesn't rely on gods or old traditions. I thought I might find my path in trade and commerce, so here I am, sailing for the Kalgurans. Other Karui like me have spread out across Rayclast in search of meaning. The elders call us Kaivana. They think that we have rejected the way, that we dishonor our families.
I, too, was insulted for choosing my own destiny.
Well, look at us now. We're doing okay. Now, when I was a young girl, I visited the halls of the dead. My ancestors told me that the way was meant to empower us, not to control us. So who am I dishonoring by seeking my truth? It's a debate that I'm tired of having. But either way, it has separated me from my family, and I must live with that. I became a captain against the wishes of the Trade Guild Council. To lead a Kalguran ship, you must pass a test. I was given a makeshift crew and tasked with sailing a course in a certain amount of time. At the most dangerous point of the course, between two shallow reefs on a moonless night, our cargo of refined Verisium caught fire. It was set to explode at any moment.
What an adventure. Please continue.
I was faced with a choice. Abandon ship or order some of the crew into the lethal smoke to put out the fire. At the cost of their own lives, no less. They say it's a rather horrible death, gasping for breath with burning lungs that no longer work. So I chose to put out the fire myself. That's just how I was raised.
But you lived?
Well, luckily for me, it was all fake. It was the main part of the test. The truth of it is, the candidate passes or fails depending on the votes of the crew aboard. I earned their loyalty by my choice, and many of them still follow me to this day here on this ship. The council does not aid me in any way, but they also leave me to it. It's the best situation for now, until I show some true profit. Go well.